Hi everyone, so this video is going to be my November favourites video. Now I'm actually really excited about this month. I've kind of found a lot of cool new things that I'm really excited to share with you. So I'm going to start with makeup products, or beauty products, because that kind of makes sense. The first thing is a brush, and if you guys have been watching me for a while, you'll know that I love Sigma brushes. And they recently, not too recently, but more recently than I bought my brush set, which was over a year ago, have brought out a professional brush set. They have some really cool brushes in this new set, but I couldn't really afford or justify buying a whole new set of brushes. So I picked out the one that I wanted the most, and it is the F25 tapered face brush, and I am absolutely in love with this brush. If you guys contour your cheekbones at all, then you need this in your life. Literally, it is just amazing. It's so soft, it just fits right into the hollow of your cheek there. It's just amazing. I love this brush. The MAC equivalent I think is about £35 and this is $19, so it is really good. If you're ordering from the UK, the shipping is kind of expensive, but if you're going to be ordering kind of a few of them, then it's definitely worth it. So I recommend checking this out because I love it. The next thing is a nail varnish, and it is the one I'm wearing at the moment, and I've mentioned this in a few videos, so I'm not going to dwell on it for too long, but it is Avon's Violetta matte nail varnish. It's lovely and it's just such a gorgeous colour. I think it's actually out in the States already, but it's not available in the UK until just before Christmas. But if you keep your eyes open, I will hopefully be holding a competition where you can win one of these on my blog, so watch out for that around Christmas time, because it is a fab nail varnish. It does chip quite badly, but if you use a good top coat you can stop that. So it's just, and it's definitely worth it. I normally don't go for matte nail varnish, but this one is lovely. The next thing is actually an eyelash growth product, and I've never been kind of really drawn in by eyelash growth products before because they've all kind of had a really bad reputation for having a lot of chemicals in them, especially I think glaucoma meds and things like that, just things that I just really wouldn't particularly want to put near or potentially in my eye if it goes in your eye. So I was kind of put off by that, but this is meant to be like a natural alternative to it. I know there are low-end ones that you can buy. There are definitely drugstore cheaper versions, but this is a high-end one that's meant to be natural, so I was really excited to try it, and it's called Doulash. And it has one end that is like an eyeliner that stimulates the growth, and there is one end that is a mascara one that conditions your eyelashes. And you put this on twice a day and it's meant to show results in a month. Now I've been using this for 2 months and I have to admit that I've been slack with the application, but I did think, and it's hard to actually say for sure when it's your own eyelashes, but I did think I started noticing results after about 2 weeks. Definitely my eyelashes felt longer. And then over the last couple of weeks I've actually got loads of comments by totally random, like if I've been in a coffee shop and the lady serving me has asked me if I was wearing false eyelashes, and then one of my friends asked me, and just things like that that don't normally happen. My eyelashes have got kind of quite a lot of attention from people, which is nice, so I'm pretty sure it's down to this and I really like it. It is kind of pricey. It's a lot cheaper than some of the other alternatives out there like Lilash and things like that. I'll put a link in the information bar to everything I mentioned in this video and where you can get it, but I think there are some deals on this at the moment, so I'll put info about that as well down below. The next thing are a couple of lip products, and I can't actually believe I haven't tried this lip balm before, because it's the Burt's Bees lip balm, and I've used so many Burt's Bees products. I love Burt's Bees. They're just the nicest brand, and everything smells delicious and it's mostly natural, and it's just really nice. I like Burt's Bees. And their most famous product is probably their lip balm, and I'd never tried it, so I got this last week, and it is the mango butter one because I love mangoes, and it's just really good, super moisturising. I haven't been using too many lipsticks this month just because the weather's changed. My lips have been really dry and flaky and kind of gross, but then I've also been loving the Burt's Bees super shiny lip gloss. And this is 100% natural, and it's actually made mainly with oils. So looking on the back, it's totally not sticky. It feels really nice on your lips. It smells delicious, like kind of like a fruity berry scent. It's not pigmented at all. It's kind of just really like a clear gloss. It does have a slight pigmentation, slightly brown, Wolf is barking, slightly brown, kind of sparkly, but that doesn't really translate too much to your lips because obviously there's more pigmentation on your lips. But I absolutely love these, and they're really affordable as well. I think they're like £4, so I love those. The next thing is a little tester that I got in the Sephora, is it called Glitz and Glam Deluxe Sampler set that I bought when I was in America, and it is the NARS Orgasm Illuminator. Now, if you've tried NARS Orgasm Blush, they have a nail varnish and a lip gloss as well. You'll know it's kind of like a peachy gold kind of tone. I'm not going to swatch it on my hand because it's actually very sheer because it's a highlighter, you won't be able to see it. But I've just been using this to dab along my cheekbones, and it's just it leaves you with just a beautiful glow. It's one of those products like Benefit High Beam. You can mix it in with your foundation for a more kind of like glowy effect, but personally I like using it kind of straight as a highlighter, and it will last me for ages. I mean, I've been using this for like a good few weeks, and you can't even see that I've used it. Maybe it kind of coats the packaging, I don't know, but you only need a tiny little bit, and I've got a feeling this will last me ages, so I'm not going to need to buy the full size for a long time, which is really good because NARS is expensive. So I've been loving that, along with the Bare Minerals Mineral Veil. They're definitely the two products that I love the most out of that set that I got. Okay, so the next thing is actually a makeup palette, and this is from a small independent makeup company called Addicted Cosmetics from London, and this palette is such nice quality. I don't know about you, but sometimes if you felt the MAC palettes, I find them a little bit kind of cheap feeling. They're very light and quite flimsy. This is really sturdy, really heavy, and it comes with a huge mirror, which I will attempt to cover up. Actually, you can just see the camera, there you go. This huge mirror in here. And this is the Sparkling Rose Face Pad. I don't know why I just shut it and opened it again. And the colours it comes with are really, really pretty. They're all mostly matte. They have a slight shimmer to them. This gold is my personal favourite. And this really reminds me, I don't know if you can see that, this really, really reminds me of MAC's Patina, which is one of my all-time favourite eyeshadows, but it's a little bit more gold rather than being, Patina's more brown, a little bit more subtle. This is just really nice and gold, and there's just some really pretty rosy eyeshadows, which is a nice way to wear pink, because sometimes pink eyeshadows can be quite hard to wear, but these are quite wearable. And then two blushes, one quite dramatic and one very subtle, and the quality is amazing. You can actually take these out as well if you get a needle or a pen, and just flip them out, and they're the same size as the MAC eyeshadow, so you can actually put MAC eyeshadows in this palette if you wanted to, because it's lovely quality. It did come with a little brush and a little applicator, which I never use, so I just took them out. That's the one disadvantage to this, actually. I think instead of having the little applicators, they should have put like a lip gloss or a lipstick, something like that in there, something a bit more useful, because I don't know about you, but I never use those applicators. Next thing is actually another growth product, which I don't normally go for, so I've got two this month, and this one is Go Nails Natural Nail Growth Treatment, and I have the most weak nails. Literally, they just flake and break, and if I don't have nail varnish on them, they will break within the day, and you get into a vicious cycle of the nail varnish will make them weaker, and then you take nail varnish off and they break, so you just keep on wearing nail varnish, keep on wearing nail varnish. It's just really bad. So I've tried quite a few strengthening treatments and pretty much none of them have worked. And this one's actually quite unusual. It's a cream, if I show you. And you just put it on like that and then rub it into your cuticles and into your nails. And I'm actually not sure if you're meant to do this with nail varnish on, but I've been doing it with nail varnish on, and I've seen a big difference in how fast my nails grow. Literally, they just are growing so much. And I know if I show you my nails now, everyone's going to be like, they're not even long, but for me this is long because my nails are so weak. So I just absolutely love this. I think it's working. It smells delicious as well. I'm not entirely sure how much it is because it was sent to me by a company, and I was not I wasn't overly blown away. The packaging is not great, but actually once I started using it, it really, really works. So once this runs out, I'll definitely be purchasing another one because my nails are just so weak. So I'll put the information in the information bar below. I think it's an American company. The next thing is actually a hair serum, and I'm a bit funny with hair serums. I never really kind of used them before. Well, I did, but sometimes I think they're a little bit oily. I never fell in love with one before, but I started using this one, gosh, probably about 5 weeks ago, and I absolutely love it. It's the Phil Smith Tame the Frizz Serum, and it comes in like a tube with a pump. I don't really see the point because usually a tube is so that you can squeeze the product out, but then it's got a pump to get the product out, so I don't really see the point, but it looks nice. The packaging is really nice, and it smells delicious. It smells kind of like watermelon, which is really nice, and just smooths your hair. It's the perfect thing to have in your handbag because it's quite small as well, and you can it just makes your hair look so nice. If you've been out and it's been raining and your hair's frizzy, it's just like kind of like an instant fix. Or if you've curled your hair as well, I often find if I wave my hair and it goes knotty at the back, if I'm wearing a scarf in the winter, I can just brush it out and then put this in. Okay, so my camera just decided to stop filming for some undisclosed reason. I don't really know why, but hopefully this is going to work now. I have 3 more products left to show you. The first one is a fragrance, and I actually got this in the summer, wore it all summer, and then kind of forgot about it. I don't know about you guys, but I'm pretty sure a lot of people do this. You'll have a perfume, love it, love it, love it, and then get a new one and start using that and kind of forget about the old one. But I've just come back to this, and it is Beyonce's fragrance, which is called Heat. Now, I was really skeptical about this because I really don't like the bottle. It's not my kind of thing. I know a lot of people do quite like it, but it's just not my personal favourite bottle in the world. But this just smells absolutely gorgeous. It's quite fruity, but not too sweet, and I always go for really sweet perfumes, so I quite like the idea of having a kind of fruity sweet perfume, but it's not too sweet. Yeah, so I don't really have much more to say about this apart from the fact that I really like it. If you're interested in smelling it, definitely go and try it and see if you like it. I know that it was, I think, the #1 best-selling fragrance in America. I don't know if it's this year. Before it was released in the UK, it was outselling Chanel, so a lot of people must like it. I like it. Yeah, so I've been loving that. The next thing is a bath cream, and this is actually from Waitrose. If you're outside of the UK and you don't know what Waitrose is, it's a supermarket. And this is really, really cheap. The supermarket itself is not that cheap, and a lot of people probably won't shop in Waitrose because it's kind of expensive. I don't anyway. And, but it's definitely worth a trip in to try out their bath products, because literally, I think this is £1.15. It's a huge bottle. How big is it? 750ml. It's nearly a litre of bubble bath. Or bath cream. It does bubble really nicely, so it's more of a bubble bath, I would say, and it smells like cinnamon cakes. Literally, the name could not describe it better. It's delicious, smells like cupcakes, cinnamon, sugary, just absolutely delicious. And they do hand wash, they do shower gel, and they do soap. The only thing is they don't do body lotion, which is really annoying because I wish they did. But they're all like £1, all these products, and they have a range of different scents. They have like a mango one, it's just really nice, and sweet plum and mimosa is really nice as well. But cinnamon cakes is definitely my favourite in winter. I'm pretty sure I haven't mentioned this on YouTube before, and I really don't know why, because I've loved this for like over a year and I haven't shared it with anyone particularly. I mentioned it on Twitter once, but I don't think I've done a YouTube video on these, so if you have access to a Waitrose, go and try this because it's amazing. It beats like most of the high-end bath stuff that I have, so, well, I use this instead, so I love it. Love, love, love that. And then the last thing is my favourite of the month. Is my Yankee Candle in Christmas Eve. Now, this looks really, really gross and awful, and I will tell you why. I've had this candle for about a year, and this is like the large jar size, so it is absolutely enormous. It smells delicious, like cinnamon, fruity, just basically like Christmas, and as soon as it gets to winter time, the weather starts going cold. I know it's a Christmas scent, but it just basically smells like winter time, and it's just delicious. But the problem with the big jars is that unless you have some kind of special tool, you can't trim the wick so that it's the right length, and if the wick gets too long, then it starts like smoking, and then it gets all the black around here, and you can wipe this off, but every time you light it, will just get like that again, and it also gets really hard to light unless you have a long match. So I love Yankee candles so much. They are by far my favourite candles, but I think I'll be sticking to the smaller and medium jars from now on, because I think the big jars are a little bit difficult. It's just kind of annoying because now I can't really light it unless I get one of the really long matches, but I have loved this candle so much, and I got this for Christmas last year, so it's lasted me ages. If anyone's interested in Yankee candles, they're kind of hard to find in the UK. I have just placed an order for quite a ridiculous amount of the small ones, and they will be making an appearance in my next video, which will be a haul video. So if you're interested in where to buy them and what the different scents are and the Christmas scents, things like that, then go and watch that video, because they are by far the best candle that I've ever tried. They'll make your whole house smell. If you put them in the hallway, they just smell so good. It's amazing. So yeah, that is my last favourite for November, and generally just a favourite forever because I love these candles so much. I think that's everything. If you guys have any questions or anything, please let me know in the comments section, and I hope to see you again very soon. Bye!